How you doing, YouTube? Matt Master Beer Reviews. Back with some mystery beers. Oh, the mystery beers, how I love the... Yeah, this little jammer here comes courtesy of my boy Nick from Texas. Yeah, sent off a big old box of beers. Some mystery, some not. Let's see how this sucker lands. That looks pretty tasty, to be perfectly honest with you. It kind of just looks like a nice, soft little easy pale from a distance. Head dissipating really quick, so we could be dealing with like a Berliner or some kind of like kettle sour kind of thing. These heads usually die off pretty quick on those, or a pale with some kind of like adjunct or something like that going on. A classic mystery beer stylings with the sweet paper towel wrap, yo, and yeah, look at that. I'm leaning kettle sour on this one just because of the way that head's kind of reacting on it. It's got a nose, and we'd be right. It's definitely a Berliner Weiss. I don't think it's a Goza. Major, we'll get that more in the taste, but you get this big tart kettle sour vibe, a nice kind of lemon lime acidity to it. Yeah, I mean, it is really lemon lime, like spritzing lemon lime in my face. Nice soft kind of tart bitterness going on there, and I don't think it's going to be cheek puckering, but I think there's going to be a kind of Jolly Rancher sweet tarty kind of effect going on there, where there's going to be enough tartness, enough sweetness. It's going to kind of be a little bit kind of jerking, but not too crazy. It smells pretty aggressive. Ever so slightly, bit of soft, sulfury vibes. Get that on kettle sours every now and then. Let's dive in. Cheers. Not even close to cheek puckering, mouth pulling. This is a really kind of low acidic, low tart kettle sour with this big crackery grayness. Getting a little bit of tartness now. What is this? This is throwing me off. I'm going to tell you why. Does this taste exactly like somebody who... This tastes just like a old world German-based Berliner Weiss. Done. It could even be Goza. There's a minerality to it more than a salinity to it, but that could be the case. You're getting this soft tartness, that acidic thing or that citrus thing in the nose. It translates into the taste, but not nearly as bold, not nearly as aggressive. There's this cool kind of that on the nose is like crackery kind of maltiness that gets a little bit more kind of bready, gets a little bit more doughy in the taste. And there's just this kind of simplicity to it. That's the reason why I think of it being like an old world style Berliner, an old world style kind of goes. I'm still leaning Berliner, even though I'm getting that minerality thing. It doesn't come off as a salinity thing for me. And I'm not really getting kind of like coriander on it. And I would assume whoever did this, if it was gonna be a Goza, it would be uber traditional, because this is uber traditional. It almost tastes like the kind of Berliner that a lot of places make that they'll add like syrups to. Some people do that kind of traditionally. I know one of my favorite breweries in Pennsylvania, let me scratch that, one of my favorite breweries of all time, Bomb Place, they do that. So it's kind of one of those beers. So I'm going to have to go with like a 4.2% Berliner Weiss. Done. It's so hard to call that as a base Berliner. The only reason why is because so many people do so many kooky things with Berliner Weisses nowadays. I'm kind of fighting myself and saying it's just a Berliner Weiss. So I'm going to have to walk myself back on that one. Let's call it a Berliner Weiss with grapefruit and lemon lime maybe. Not getting a huge portion of that in the taste, but I was getting it really, really heavily in the nose, so maybe trying to translate it out. So 4.2% Berliner Weiss with citrus fruits. There you go. Let's see what this sucker has. I actually really like this beer, and its simplicity, and its kind of old worldness, man. This is like, whoever made this, I don't think it's an old world brewery, but if they did, they abide by the old world stylings. Oh, okay. False Idols Brewing. I did one of their IPAs, and this be Ghost Eye. It's a mango passion fruit. Okay. I can get the mango. Ghost Eye mango passion fruit. 5.5% ABV. It doesn't tell you what actual beer this is, because here's the thing. mango passion fruit. Okay, there's like a fruitiness that I construed more as a citrus fruit. I can kind of see that kind of somebody leaning into passion fruit on that, even a little bit of mango. But I'm kind of wondering maybe if this is like a heavily dosed pale ale, and that passion fruit is really just the thing that tricked me into a Berliner Weiss. Either way, I think it's tasty, but I also don't think it's really showcasing those fruits all that much. It's got to be a Berliner, right? Unless I'm confusing that, because passion fruit could definitely come off as a tart thing for me. And the way this grain built, I'm like, no, it's got to be a Berliner. Anyway, it doesn't really come off as like super overtly fruity, except for that citrus I got. But whatever. My taste buds be damned. It's absolutely tasty beer. And honestly, pretty chuggable stuff. 5.5, I said 4.2, so it's 1.2% off. Whatever. Berliner's going to go that way for me, unless it's not. We're going to find out. I'm not going to type up. When I start typing shit on the computer, these reviews go sideways. But yeah, I think it's fun. I think it's tasty. It's a really fun mystery beer. Thanks very much, Nick. It's a really tasty little tart little jammer, whether it's a tart pale from the passion fruit or a tart Berliner. And I like the way the graininess kind of comes off. It really did come off as like a very old school kind of Berliner Weiss to me. And that fruitiness was kept at a minimal level. Didn't get too heavy-handed. Some could say that could be a negative, but I actually view it as a positive at this point. A really tasty beer. Is it one of the best tart beers? Let's go that road. That I've had as of late. It's worthy of being in the conversation. Not Rushmore status, but damn tasty stuff. Value availability, no idea. Nick or anybody else down there and deep in the heart of Texas want to let me know what's what. Leave you with, if you like what we like this beer, if you like tart, drinkable, chuggable jams, this is going to do you all kinds of proper. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive. If you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little bit of Lone Wolf right now. Hope to see you next time. Cheers.